Well, my mama told me, Papa told me too, that you're 3 times 7 and you know what you're gonna do. 3 times 7 and you know what you're gonna do. 3 times 7 know what you're gonna do. If I had listened to my second mind, I wouldn't be sitting here wringing my hands and crying. Sitting here wringing my hands and crying. I wouldn't sitting here, Lord, wringing my hands and crying. Ain't no more potatoes. Frost don't kill the vine. And blues ain't nothing but a woman on your mind. Blues ain't nothing but a good woman on your mind. Well, blues ain't nothing, woman on your mind. So now see you right now. See what you done, made me love you. Made me love you. Well, made me love you. Now your man done come. All right, that was CC Rider. And last month, I did a couple of songs that I heard early on and was like, man, if I can ever learn how to do that stuff, I really would be happy for the rest of my life. And it took me years and years and years to get to a place where I could even start learning it, and then fortunately was able to learn it. Well, this month, I wanted to do a few songs that I heard early on and I could tackle right away. Not that I could play them exactly as I was hearing them, but they were all songs that got me into playing the guitar. So CC Rider was a big one, Mississippi John Hurt. That was one of the first songs I was able to do where I was able to keep a consistent alternating bass going. And that was huge. That really opened up guitar playing for me in a whole new way. And it works, and with everything you do. If you can get that alternating bass, you didn't need to know a whole lot, just a couple chords, and you were able to play a really cool song, and it was applicable to just really playing guitar in general. So that one was a big deal for me, as it was and is for quite a few people out there. Again, CC Rider by Mississippi John Hurt. The other one that really got me going was Lightning Hopkins, his Shinin Moon. And I went through quite a phase with Lightning Hopkins and wanted to dress like him, wanted to be like him. And there's nothing worse than an 18 or 19-year-old kid walking around, trying to look like Lightning Hopkins, especially, me. But I loved his guitar playing. I loved that monotonic bass and just that driving blues that he did. And again, it's one of those songs that, I heard it and I was able to work it out right away. And it's just a great tune. Where don't the moon will look pretty shining through them trees? I said, don't the moon look pretty shining through the trees. Well, I can see my baby when she don't see me. Yeah, I crept up to a window, see how sweet she snores. Well, I crept up to a window just to see how sweet she snores. Well, and she made me feel like jumping through that keyhole in a door. Wait on the moon, look pretty shining through them trees. I said, don't the moon look pretty shining through them trees? Well, I can see my baby when she don't see me. I can see my baby when she don't see me. All right, a little bit of a Shinin Moon, and obviously doing a little bit more stuff now than I was when I first heard it. But this one of these songs, you know, I get a lot of emails from people about practicing and what they should be doing, this and that. And what really started to open the guitar up for me was this idea of learning my 1-4-5s, but learning, you know, 3 different chord positions up and down the neck for those chords and for that progression. So, you know, you've got your A, you've got your D7, 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 so on and so forth, because then you can begin to combine those elements up and down the neck, and obviously that makes the arrangements that much more, you know, interesting, not only to listen to but also to play. So that's kind of one of those things that I definitely advise is just, you know, all the things you can learn. One of the things that I'm going to think is going to help most of you the most is just taking your 1-4-5 progression, learn those chords a few different places up and down the neck, and then start to mess around with that kind of stuff. So I realize that this edition is a little bit more guitar talk orientated, but, you know, again, like I said, these songs are the ones that really got me into wanting to play the guitar, because I could figure them out. They're all simple songs, you know, structurally, and as long as you kept that rhythm going, specifically with Shinin Moon, you know, you can just keep that A string going and you can kind of just go nuts. So the last one I want to do is, as I switch guitars here, is the very first slide song that I ever learned how to play. And it's a Muddy Waters tune. It's I Can't Be Satisfied. Well, now I was in my sleep, heard the doorbell ring, looking for my baby. I didn't see the door. I was troubled. Well, was always worried about never be satisfied. Just couldn't keep from crying. Well, I feel like snapping a pistol in your face. Let some old gray dog on rest in peace. Trouble, well, always a word in mind. Never be satisfied. Just couldn't keep from crying. I said I heard the doorbell ring, looking for my baby. I done seen no doggone thing. I was troubled. Well, I was a word in mind. Never be satisfied. Who just couldn't keep from crying. Well, I'm going, won't be back today. Going back down south now. Don't you wanna go? I said I was troubled. Well, I was a word in mind. Never be satisfied. Just can keep from crying. Never be satisfied. Just can keep from crying. I Can't Be Satisfied. Well, thank you so much for listening, watching, and the podcast will be available with all of the audio. And as always, check out the artists that I'm playing: Muddy Waters, I Can't Be Satisfied, John Hurt, and CC Ryder, and Lightning Hopkins and Shinin Moon. Definitely want to check out all of those original versions because they're just the best. So until next month, take care.